She doesn't have two of them. Oh, you don't know. She doesn't have two. I have none.
Chicken.
About the drunk chicken?
Yeah.
God, last year we were telling him about how every year when Tennessee plays Florida, it's a big deal at my house. So I was inviting him, and I'm like, look, now last year Misty made a drunk chicken. It was a big drunk turkey.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, you know, it's like drunk chicken, but she did a turkey. And he's like, what the hell are you talking about? And I'm like, come on, Moody, you know, you take the damn beer, you shove it up there, and you cook it. Well, he just knows I'm lying. He thinks that I'm lying out my ass. I've made all this up. And he's like, y'all listen to this broad. She's over here talking about drunk chickens and stuff. Broad, yeah.
Broad.
He's like, Redney, you know you're full of shit. I'm like, dude, no. I can't believe you don't know about this. I said, you're supposed to be a connoisseur of food. You don't know about the whole drunk chicken. And I mean, I went into grave detail about how you do all this, and he does not believe me. We're sitting at the Moose. I've done, everybody that walked by, I've had to stop them, and I'm like, please explain to Moody about, have you heard about drunk chicken, drunk turkey? Well, yeah. You know, you take the beer, you shove it up their ass, and you cook them. And he's like, no. I even went as far as to pull up Amazon and show him the apparatus you buy now to make it easier when you cook them.
Right.
And I mean, finally, after 27 people, he finally believed me about damn drunk chicken.
And so he was coming.
Yeah, he was coming.
He was coming to see Tennessee Florida game because I was making another one.
That's right.
That year.
2 days before he passed, I texted him and I'm like, hey, don't forget, you're coming to the house for the drunk turkey. And he's like, I would never miss this. I'm like, well, I mean, just get your life ready because you're going to do it. Well, so there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. We broadened his horizons with drunk chicken.
Well, we all love Moody.
We do.
We miss him terribly.
Big time.
There's always Red and Blondie.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He's broads. Yeah.
Cool.
He never believed nothing I said. No, nothing. In all the years, it never drew out. Like, I don't know how you've missed this. I'm like, can't live moving to the attic.
You wasn't married yet.
I was still in high school. It was like 07, 08,
Maybe.
somewhere around there.
What was it, about a raccoon or something?
We went to the mountains on a little Gatlinburg trip. Moody got some of that white lightning, I think.
Moonshine.
Yeah.
He went ahead and he's laying on the back deck of our little cabin feeding a raccoon. Just letting it eat out of his hand.
He made a friend, didn't he? He couldn't go anywhere without making a friend.
Feeding it bread. He'd come up there and get it from him, back up and eat it, come back up there. He'd say, come here, baby, come here. Laying there on his belly, nothing with shorts on.
You know, I think I've been a couple places where he picked up chickens, a turkey.
Oh, yeah.
You know, several different
It was
things.
a raccoon, but if it had been a bear, he'd probably gave that damn thing a hug.
That's good stuff.
That's your new camera?
Yep, that's a new one there. This one makes real good video and I can edit it. I need some good Moody stories.
Oh, great God.
You got
we
one?
got one for right here.
Tell me.
Okay. Well, he's going to have to help me out with it because we're old and we go to bed about 8, 9 o'clock. We got a phone call at 10 o'clock. Moody was here. His bike wouldn't start.
Oh, heck.
Come pick me up.
So we went and picked him up, brought my trailer and everything back here. Put the bike on the trailer, got up the next morning, the fucking battery was dead.
And I told Moody when we
Left his lights up when he come in the bar.
I told Moody when we pulled up, I said, Moody, you're gonna have to sit in the front. He goes, I don't want to get the shit from Johnson. I don't want it. And I made him sit up front, but you didn't get no shit that time. You usually, every single time you do, but not this time. Yeah.
Yeah, you look like a jackass. We found out his battery.
Oh, wait a minute. What about the bartender that was here? Was that Candy?
I don't know.
Because he was...
All right, y'all give me a Moody story.
All right, getting ready to go to Mexico. Moody asked me to bring him back some cigars. We all know Moody smokes cigar time or two. We bring him back some Cuban cigars, we fly back, we give them to Moody. He refuses to even light the things until I take a puff off one first. And I'm trying to explain to him, I don't smoke. I brought them back for you. And of course, I got the old story. I can't say exactly what he said, but he said, I didn't ask you whether you smoked or not. I said, you got to take a puff off of it before I would. So I'll never forget Moody and his Cuban cigars.
He liked to share things, didn't
He did. He was a sharer. So, but he liked to smoke his cigarillas and dip his dip and have a big time. Never forget you, Moody.
he? Heck no, we love him. We miss him.
Red will tell you a story.
No, no.
Yeah.
You got a Moody story?
No, yeah, a lot of them, but I'm not gonna tell.
Tell him about
Don't
that.
judge me, pal.
Yeah,
None you want to say?
no, I can't say it.
What about you?
No.
Come on, Jody.
The pizza with the cops down there. I gotta remember that at the concert.
I don't remember it.
We walked in, all the cops was there, and he's like, let's order our pies and go.
Oh yeah, that's when we stayed that other. Yeah, that other. I remember that place too. What about the story of him ordering all of his food here and
Last to get
first one to order it and last one to get it, or actually went to the Hardee's and eat, didn't he?
That's right. That's right.
Swore he'd never come back, and now damn, this wasn't one of his favorite stops.
This was one of his. Him and Maury would come here and split a burger.
Just to eat.
Like an old couple. They would.
Right.
What about that again?
No, he always said our wedding was the best wedding. That it was like a wedding and an MMA fight.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Rumble on the
Two
rock.
girls.
Rumble on the rocks, yeah.
girl MMA.
Yeah. He always, Hannah, my daughter and her cousin, my daughter and my niece, yeah, they got into
They were
it.
rolling in the rocks.
Yeah, like they were
In the
fighting.
gravel.
He always called Hannah Rumble after that.
Hannah was dressed up too, like
Yeah, she was the
in a
bridesmaid
nice dress,
and he just got
all
into a
fixed up.
fight. Yeah. He talked about that every time he came out. Where's Rumble?
Yeah.
Where's Rumble?
He loved that. He loved
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, he enjoyed that.
That
Yeah.
was one of his favorite stories.
Yeah, bless him.
Maury, did you share cheeseburgers with Kevin?
I shared some of them with Kevin. They were patty melts at Becky's Red Dog. And at one time, Becky gave him an order of nachos. And as big as Moody was, he couldn't even eat half of the order of nachos. And I laughed at him so hard and so long for such a big man that could not even eat that order of nachos. But Becky's Red Dog was one of his favorite bars.
Yes, it was.
But he loved the patty melts, but she proved that he could not eat nachos. I was so proud of Becky that she outdone him. But Moody was one of my best friends.
I think
One of a kind.
definitely one of all of our best friends.
I have never known of anybody to say a bad word about Moody.
You wait till it's my turn. You're fixing to hear it. Go.
You do, and you're going to be on my list.
Of all the things Moody did, Moody had to be a Cowboys fan. And I never had so much fun than to go over and watch him and Chauncey on Sundays waiting on a football game to come over and listen to them bicker back and forth. They sounded like a married couple. But to each their own.
Where's Chauncey at?
You couldn't fault him for being a Cowboys fan. You had to feel bad for him. I just want to say something about Moody.
Yeah, that's him.
There's been several times Moody would come up to me and said, "Man, I'm just glad you let me hang out with you guys." No, we were lucky to hang out with Moody. He was one of a kind. We all miss him. We all love him. And that's why we're here today. It's a better place. We're better people for knowing him.
That's right.
Amen.
Amen. So, Moody, it was our privilege to let you hang out with us.
Gone way too soon.
First time I ever met Moody was up at Crazy's, and we were sitting at the same table. I said, "So you work on the boat? First of all, stay out of my business." That was Moody.
The more he drank, the more them lips were.
You couldn't get a word in edgewise with that man.
No.
It was the long and short of it, but it was pretty long. Most of
The long and short of it, that's it.
It was
That's
always
what he
long,
always had
though.
to say.
I got a short story.
Have any of y'all ever experienced riding, when you were riding with Moody, you go to these places you never been before,
Oh, yeah.
and you walk in and it's like
They knew him.
everybody knew Moody. They all knew Moody. Everybody knew him. And these were people I'd never seen before in my life. They knew him. He was just that, he was a memorable person.
One of a kind. Larger
Yep.
than life.
Ain't no telling how many bars him and Bill Ash have been to that none of us have been to. Because they used to ride on Mondays all the time together. Ain't no telling. They'd leave out 10 in the morning, come home 4 o'clock at night. Not in the afternoon, at night, the next morning.
Sammy, my first impression of him was not a good one. I looked at him and I thought, wow, what a weirdo. With them earrings like they were, and that bald head.
I think he did that for the girls so they could pull him in a little
I
tighter.
told him after I got to know him real well, and I realized what a fine fellow he was. And he looked at me and he said, Maureen, that's okay. We're friends. And they always say your first impression is a lasting one. No, it's not. Because I had the wrong impression of Moody.
He was a gentle soul, wasn't
I
he?
never seen a man with such a big heart.
I know.
And God, I'll love that man the day I die.
Hear, hear.
That's he's 1 in a million.
Let's toast one to Moody.
Hey,
Here's a Moody.
I do have to say this one right here. I always knew when he was getting off the boat. I could tell him. I asked him, "What day's Moody getting off?" He'd tell me, and I'd always know that day when I come home from work, Moody's truck, Moody's bike, be in front of our house. Every single time he'd get home off that boat.
I believe his motorcycle stayed at Chauncey's, didn't it?
Pretty much,
Yeah.
Usually needed work while he was gone, so Chauncey had to fix it.
I'll have to say he's the only person that I know that is convinced you can OD on Viagra.
We're not talking about that part. He would go outside the potty just for a reason.
He came home and they had this plan that he and his girlfriend were going to stay at the house and all the kids were gone. Well, he got a Viagra from a friend of his, and he did not know there was different dosages. And I made the mistake of saying, you know, we were talking about something, what do you want for Christmas? And I said, well, I think I want a 55-gallon drum of Viagra. He looked at me and he's like, man, you got to be careful with that stuff. What are you talking about? He goes, that it comes in different stages, and you don't want that top one. I said, really? Why is that? And he said, well, it's fine and good for a little while. But then she looks at you and says, I don't know what you're going to do with that, but you go somewhere else with it. And that turns into Moody standing naked in front of the air conditioner, and then he realizes the neighbor is mowing the yard. So there is Kevin in his window, buck naked, going. Luckily, the air conditioner is high enough that it covers all but just the wave. And he said, man, I didn't know what to do. I was fixing to go to the hospital. Well, then the girlfriend comes in and she said, he's not telling that story, is it? And he's like, But before he got done with that story, I can't remember all of it, but we were, basically everybody on that end of the table was crying. And she had run off in the other end of the building. And it's like, that was a fun night.
He always said he was what, 42 second? 42 second man?
42 second.
42 second man. Yeah.
Not 43. Not 41.
42 second
42
man.
seconds.
As soon as he got off that boat, he was a 42 second man.
All right.
Him and Maury come down the shop one day. Back up to the door, it had a truck full of windows out the doors, you know, the door to the house. And I said, what are you gonna do with it? He said, somebody had come knocked on the door and he was naked in the recliner and couldn't get up and get out of the living room, I guess, before they could see him. So he didn't want it to happen again. So I said, well, all right, I can fix that for you. So he said, I want it dark as you can get it. So he come back, picked it up, he put it on. I said, well, how'd that glass turn out for you? He said, they can't see me naked no more. Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, he was.
Yes, he was.
One of a kind.
Yes, he was.
Anybody else?
Danielle, you ought to have a story. You were the bartender.
For real.
Yeah, she ought to have a story or two.
Yeah,
You're up.
Probably stories I don't need to tell.
He can tell
Speaking of the first time Jesse and I ever met Moody, we were crazies. Walked in and I was like, God damn, that's a big motherfucker.
Scary.
Robert Stanley, and I was like, Jesus Christ, that's a big motherfucker. He walks over there, Robert introduces us, and I'm just like, hey, how you doing? You know, he reaches over and he goes to shake Jesse's hand and do his little shoulder bump, and he about jerks Jesse up like a damn rag doll. Like, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is a big motherfucker. But coming in the Moose Lodge, every Wednesday he got off the boat, just like knew he was going to Chauncey's. He would stop back by. But just like most of y'all know, every time he walked in, it was like Norma Cheers. Moody! I miss that so much. Every Wednesday, every month, I miss that so much.
We don't call them Moody's, car bombs no more. We call them what?
Moody's.
That's right.
They're Moody's now.
They're Moody's. They're not car bombs.
Cheers to Moody. Hip hip hooray.
Hip,
Moody.
hip,
Hip hip hooray. One more time. Hip hip hooray. One more time. Hip hip hooray. We love you, Moody.
Miss you.
I bet he's looking down on us right now.
Laughing at us.
He's saying, that motherfucker ain't drinking enough beer.
He'll me walk around with one of these cans.
Always had two in his hand.
Bard, you ain't got no story? You're hiding back there.
Sammy, I go to church. You didn't film this, did you?
I'm afraid we may have.
Hey, don't do that. I go to church tomorrow morning.
Just ask for forgiveness.
Red?
I'm listening.
Donnie?
It was a privileged few to see Moody on a stripper pole. Anybody want to tell it?
It's all good.
She's got it. Jen's got a video of it.
I did. But he asked me never to show it.
Yeah.
I don't know about
But for whoever was there, their eyes on me.
Yeah, you do.
That's the first time I ever rode with him.
The first time I ever met him, he was on top of that stripper pole.
And I was like, and we started throwing dollars.
I still love that damn video that somebody's got out there, this big old furry guy on the little scooter, and they made it one. And at the end of it, there's Moody on that little old scooter.
I got that picture. That one at Sam's house?
I laughed so hard that day I hurt.
No, I got one.
I got one for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were at the house one day. Moody and me were out there drinking. And we kept drinking. There was this little boy who lives down the road. And he just started dying of me and Moody because of our Harleys. So he come riding down there on his little pedal bike. Told Moody, I'll beat your ass on that. And Moody looked at him and said, "You hear him?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay, get your bike out there. I'll race you." So Moody gets on that big ass Harley. And that little boy lines up with Moody. And that little boy takes off. And Moody let him win. He come back, he said, "I told you I'd beat your ass."
Oh, God.
Hey, Jody, you talking about the stripper pole? The best part about the stripper pole was that he knew how to dance on it.
He did. Very good.
He knew the move. Except the upside down thing I did.
I don't ever hear the song Shameless, but I don't think of Kevin Moody.
Yeah.
The first night he tried to do it there, I'd always picked at him about doing karaoke. Oh, no. And then this one night, he just comes strolling up there and says, "Cat, I'm going to sing." I'm like, Yeah. What you going to sing? Shameless. I'm like, really? And then when he belted it out, I'm like, well, I'll be a son of a bitch.
That's right. I remember that.
I thought you was going to say you wanted to sing Shania Twain.
No, he did Shameless, and then that Comfortably Numb.
Yeah.
Was it Ball and Chain or something?
Yeah, Ball and Chain, Social Distortion. Songs I didn't even know I had, and he come up there and say, "You got this?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, I do. I'm going to sing that." And I'm like, all right. He was a mess. And
Any stories from the mountains, y'all? Y'all went with him to the mountains. I didn't.
I said,
Margie?
I didn't think that forward.
We went to a Kiss concert one day.
There we go.
Freeway home bar. We was, of course, he was two-fisting them damn beers, you know, we ain't for like $10, $20 down pop. But anyway, he's pretty damn tore up, but when Kiss finally came out the stage, he was singing every damn word to their music. And he gave this gal that was our waitress the ticket, the extra ticket he had to go to that concert. She was a kid. Didn't even think she'd show up, but she showed up. But he'd get up when they used to come on the damn song. He'd get up and he'd go over there by that rail. We was on the upper tier, and he'd be standing right there where the security guard normally stands. He'd just be rocking over that damn rail, singing every word. And it was a colored woman. It was a security guard. But he'd come back and sit down for a few minutes, or go get a beer, and come back, and if somebody else tried to get on her, she'd make them sit their ass down. Never said a word to Moody. But I had to drive home that night from Nashville. He was a good one. I loved him. Love you, brother.
We all love him. Love him.
George Jones. He don't live out here. He's already passed.
I didn't know that.
No, he's already passed.
That's why he wanted us to stay.
Night long. Curtis. Well, Moody said, let's go out for breakfast. I don't remember where you went.
We went to Denny's.
Denny's.
In Jackson?
Yes. Moody ordered his moons over hammies, whatever that is. It's like a grease ball sandwich. So he's telling Curtis, you can't eat this. Curtis orders like 6 eggs and all kinds of crap. He eats his, he orders another one because Moody says he can't eat it. So he's like bound and determined he's gonna eat it. Curtis orders a chocolate milk. Moody said, I hadn't had chocolate milk in like 20 years. Curtis is so shit-faced. He picks up Moody's chocolate milk and drinks Moody's chocolate milk. We make it back to the car wash here. No, we hadn't even made it to the car wash. We're at like passing the ballpark exit. Curtis is hanging out in the truck, puking.
Chocolate milk.
Yes. We get into Lexington. We pull over at the car wash. Moody calls. He's like, "Little one, y'all all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, Curtis is washing the truck."
Mark,